Hello, my precious wandering souls. Welcome back to Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Last episode was loaded with a huge ton of information. We found out about the truth about Iris and the fake clan, and we are still in the middle of an investigation. This is one long case. Right, let's continue. Oh, why you look so sad? Wait. Oh no, I finished talking to Edgeworth. Right. Where am I supposed to go now? I completely forgot where I was supposed to go. Here? Did I talk to you? Alright, Psychologs. Where am I supposed to go? Gumshoe? Should I talk? Do I have anything to talk to Gumshoe about? Here? Oh! Yippee! I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. Oh. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. Ah. I see. I thought I had something important. Main gate? I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Courtyard? Oh! I don't know if this is something important, but sounds like someone's happy. Oh, they're humming. What tune is that they're humming? No more, no more cry. No more. No, I'm not gonna sing. He's very happy. I remember when we used to search the channel roaming grain. Oh, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating is all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into oh, it was PK. Oh, okay. Every case is gonna be alright. Every case is gonna be airtight. Oh, alright now. Airtight. Hey, Paul! Huh? Who? Me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So, what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, Paul. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. Might be important. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. Or maybe not. A letter? Okay, the investigation. So, how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... Yeah, the very obvious... Maya. Yeah. I don't have the details, pal. All I know is, if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind ugly situation are we looking at here?
You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal.
Then who said it?
Mr. Godot.
Godot? What did he mean by that? The letter. About that letter you found.
Don't remind me, pal. Busting a cut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burned up old letter.
I can make up what it says. Give it to me. Burnt up old letter?
Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple.
The incinerator! Oh my god, it's important! Please, 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 give it to me! I knew it! I knew I wasn't imagining it! Yeah, I mean, it was kinda obvious. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. And then... But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder.
What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look.
Yep. Give it to me. Can I? Do you mind?
Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it.
That's gonna come to bite you later. I'm pretty sure of that.
It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff.
Oh, it is important.
I bet it's got no relation to the case.
Right. Spirit mediums? I don't know what's wrong with my microphone, but I'm bouncing a lot. Burnt letter. Found by Gumshoe in the inner temple incinerator. Can I read it? It's got to be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I'd better give it a good looking over and some serious thought.
Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Later is a crime, pal.
I wanna see. Let's see. Be careful. Once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her. Oh! Spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is... She is or the whole... Here is a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burned, also tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Oh, this is important. Murder weapon. So, what do you know about the real murder weapon so far?
Well, it wasn't the shishishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Ashford proved that in court today.
Yes, that's true.
In which case, it must have been another blade.
And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh?
Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm not chicken. We've got the Federal Forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this.
Oh? Secret weapon? Secret weapon? What's this secret weapon of yours?
You wanna know? You've gotta think scientifically, okay?
You sound like Emma. Alright.
The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right?
Are you using your metal detector again?
Any questions so far?
No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart.
So what's a perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector!
It's the same metal detector from that case. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away.
Well, you wanna give a scientific investigation a go?
Huh? Me?
I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try?
don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not? Spray forensics expert? Save it for later. Nah, let's play forensics expert.
Come on, pal. It's good fun. I'm telling you.
Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go.
Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, you could make it cry. It's so high-tech, you could skydive of it.
Oh, bother. Oh, God. Wasn't this your own metal detector? Or maybe I'm remembering things wrong.
So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right?
Sure. That's what we're trying to find out.
Right, so first, let's turn the detector on.
Uh-huh.
That's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off. I couldn't read. Next, move the detector around and give the scorcher a good look-see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you've hit something metallic. And when that happens, press the A button to give the area a good hard stare. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal?
This is obviously metal. I don't know if... Ladder?
Look, a ladder!
That's a step ladder.
What's the difference? Look like a normal ladder to me, pal.
Surely everyone knows the difference. I mean, they're pretty ordinary objects.
I've met plenty of guys like you, always picking on the smallest details. The vegetable store guy near my place does it all the time. He even corrects me when I ask for a head of lettuce. That's a cabbage, he says. I'm telling you, they're the exact same thing.
No, they're not. They're completely different.
You have to plant both of them firmly in the ground before they can grow, don't you? Listen, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Otherwise, you could miss a really important clue. That's advice from a pro, pal.
The last person I need advice from is this guy in front of me. Are these... I mean, I don't think there's anything here. This is a statue, of course it's metal. The sword is of course made of metal. This is apparently not metal. This is Miss Dunham's staff, isn't it? Are we still calling her by that name? We already know who she is. Whatever.
Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood.
Then why is the thing reacting to it? But the detector is reacting to it.
Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic.
Gumshoe! Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal when where you can see it?
I swear that this thing is causing a racket.
Here, let me take a look at it.
Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the...
Oh? Ah! The top is coming off!
Look what you've done! You've damaged a really important piece of evidence!
Ah! Oh!
That's a
sword.
Inside the stuff.
Is this... could it be...
the murder weapon?
I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff.
They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal.
Why did she have a... why did she... a sword? Eh?
This one's a real gem. Their workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot.
I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe! Who knows about the hidden sword?
No one. Even the police didn't know what it is until I discovered it just now.
Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. So is this not the murder weapon?
Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh?
No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. That's true.
Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal.
We need Emma here. She has the science material stuff. The little powder thing. It's about the same length as the Shishishito too. This must be the murder weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gonna be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight.
Wait up, detective!
Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know?
You're going to get that stuff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? Sorry.
Huh? What are you talking about, pal?
Please! Just until we find Maya.
Maya? What's this got to do with her?
I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Oh, how so?
Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel.
You don't think Maya is more?
Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern.
You're looking kinda viridian there. Okay. Just stop with that face, pal. One thing, though. This stuff's trick or trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished.
I understand.
This is just a regular, run-of-the-mill stuff. You got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal.
Thank you, detective. Yeah?
Don't worry, she'll be fine.
I hope. I'm sure.
You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal?
Can your salary allow you to do that? Because I'm pretty sure your salary barely even lets you buy instant noodles. Sure, thanks. Aha! Has a sword hidden inside. No one knows this except me and Detective Gumshoe. The thing about only me and Detective Gumshoe will probably be important. I don't know. I can't help but wonder though. What was Elise Dunham doing with a stuff like this in the first place? Huh. Okay, vamos. Where am I supposed to go now? I found Gumshoe out of sheer luck. Now what? Nothing here. Unless... No, nothing here. Should I go... I don't know where to go. Do I return to Heavenly Hall? Nope. I don't know. Maybe... Do I have... I don't have anything. I don't even know if I have enough evidence to break her locks. Let me check my evidence. I don't think any of this is important. I mean, we got Dahlia Hawthorne's profile, but should I try? Screw it. I'll try.
Take that!
Only 3. Okay. The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hasakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe that what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, right?
Take that!
I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hasakura Temple. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. Okay. The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early, so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m. I think. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? Now, you said you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this. Ring lights out of her room until the murder was discovered. Wait! Right! Oh, wait, no.
Take that!
Of course! You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Ah! Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Me. Who's that? Me. Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right. I remember. Do you? And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hasakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. You were at Hasakura Temple, you were at Inner Temple. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of another explanation, Iris. But that's crazy! How could that be? There's only 1 of me! It's impossible! You sure? Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than 1 of me? Oh, I know there's 2 of you. Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there is more than 1 of me. Gladly.
Take that!
It wasn't you, per se, but someone who looked a lot like you. I have a firm grasp on the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? Ah! That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you, who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? I mean, we are surrounded by people who can channel spirits, so... Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Quran channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Ah! Alright, speak, now. Okay, the night of the crime. I was in my room in the mail hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the Inner Temple, I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder was Dahlia. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. Are we talking about the same person? Excuse me? And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. Betrayed? You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I might be found guilty. It's the only way. Huh? What is she talking about? Betrayal? What the? You know about... you know... I thought it was Phoenix, I'm sorry. You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago. Were you supposed to do something? That was the start of it all. It was turning her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. Huh. It's all because I betrayed her. You were part of the fake kidnapping? How did you betray her, Iris? It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father. That's awful. But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on her father. Revenge? Revenge? What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That makes me wonder, who is the eldest of the two twins? Dahlia or Iris? Assuming, like, imagine, like, if Morgan had enough power to inherit the title of master, and then she would pass it to one of her daughters. Who is the eldest, Dahlia or Iris? I don't think it's ever explained. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Wright. That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother. But before long, the credibility of the Wright tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. DL6. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came here to Hasakura Temple. Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh. And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seed stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. Oh! Yeah, I forgot she was here. I haven't asked her everything I can. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fay clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. Phoenix... That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his cats. Ouch. Oh, Phoenix. Ah, Phoenix, you poor creature. I see. Thank you for your help. Ah, that's so sad. You're welcome. Did she whip her? Or did she whip Phoenix? Hurry up, Phoenix Wright! There's still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Thank you. I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Oh, Pearl's... Right, she has Psyche locks. Whoops. Pearl's a Psyche lock. Right. Do I have enough evidence for that? I don't know if I already have everything that I need. But if the game is telling me that I need to talk to her, I suppose I have everything that I need? I don't know. How do I think here. And then... yeah, here. There we go. Okay, Pearl. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack. Oh, Mr. Nick. Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we already polished them all off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Alright, thank you, game. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Don't do this to me, Pearl, please.
Take that!
Alright. Speak now. Ew, 5 of them. The night of the crime. Okay, Pearly. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Dunham's room, reading a book together, correct?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me.
But I didn't go in the end. Why? You didn't go?
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Dunham's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Oh, you were worried about Maya. Ah, Pearls. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? You were here, right? You were worried about Maya.
Take that!
Ah, poor little one. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this. Ah, you were worried about Maya.
Take that!
It's obvious that you were what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it?
Ah!
You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course.
I signed up for your special course.
Well, my, quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Oh, Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hasakura Temple to Maya in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple.
Oh. Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
Ah, she heard the lights out bell. The Hasakura temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all.
Why?
I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell, was because of this. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. Aha!
Take that!
You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper.
Where did you?
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
Hey! These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burned, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was Dahlia Hawthorne, a very dangerous person.
Take that!
It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Yep, it's just as I suspected. It was an Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
Is a very horrible and dangerous person, Pearl. I thought so. Pearl doesn't have a clue. Oh, yeah, they're sisters. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. Yeah. It's better if she doesn't know, you know? About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of, you must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow? Your mom. It was your mom.
Take that!
Because of course you would listen to your mom. Barely. Pearls, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? Papu. But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth. Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Pearly, what did you do?
Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
Wait. Hold on. Where is it? Oh god. Okay, that's such a Pearl thing to do. I just had an idea, but I don't know if I should present this or this. She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was it was a child. Such a Pearl thing to do.
Huh? How will you know that?
It could have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Is it the letter of... Okay, my argument is the letter says something like gravely roast the master. So I think Pearly may have like misunderstood, like, oh, throw gravy on the hanging scroll. Maybe it's the scroll. Ah, you poor innocent child. Ah, you little creature. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
Ah! Why would I do something like...
Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Morgan overestimates her daughter. Why would you write that on an instruction letter for a... How old is she? 9? She's 9. Morgan, do you think a 9-year-old would understand that? But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast among others, right? Wait, if I remember correctly, didn't Pearls ask Miss Dunham to help her read some words?
How do you know that?
Remember the conversation you had with Miss Dunham on the night of the murder? I don't remember her voice. Perhaps we can read some books together. I'm just giving her Mia's voice.
Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
Miss Elise, so, for example, how do you read this?
Oh! Did Misty Faye read the letter? Because Pearl showed her? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Ah! Aha! Sure, Miss Dunham taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Ah, such a pearly thing to do.
Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food.
I wonder what the Japanese version says about this part. I'm pretty sure it would be like, what, curry or something? And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast.
To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right.
Aww. I think had Pearl known about what the actual plan was, I don't think Pearl would have followed the instructions. But she didn't know, so yeah. The night of the crime.
After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple with a pot full of the leftover gravy.
The gravy?
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the master of Kurai, like it said in the letter.
I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
The guest area? But little baby child.
Yes, I thought I could wait there until the training was over.
Oh, and then the bridge burned and... Oh, I see. Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then
Pearls, did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple.
Yes, when I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Breeze wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy and
let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Oh, poor kid. It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school too. Yeah, but in your case, you deserved it. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Lost powers.
It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit?
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time.
Huh.
But I just couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh! Just like that. Larry, stay far away from her. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Huh. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do. Isn't there any other explanation for...
Sorry, that was Phoenix. Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely though.
Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Huh. But if you tried this morning too, wouldn't that mean that someone is channeling Dahlia right now then? Huh. Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Huh. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. Who else can channel spirits? Can Bikini channel spirits? I don't think so. And I think Iris said that she can't. We know that Miss Elise Dunham was Misty Faye. But if Pearls couldn't do it, that only leaves us with Misty Faye and Maya. We don't know what's going on with Maya, and Misty Faye is dead. Huh.
I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Is she getting executed? Oh, I sounded way too happy about that. Her final wish?
Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. Morgan's letter.
My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Yeah, I know, Pearls. And honestly, she deserves it.
I visit her every month. And last month she told me...
Oh wait, what was her voice? The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at her home before they brought me here. Man, she's been planning this for a while. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Oh, I see. For the good of the Fae clan. Ah, Pearl. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Oh, I see.
My mother is always nice to me. I love her very much.
How do I tell her that she didn't actually love her? Let's not do that.
Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her too.
Pearl.
That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Nick, don't traumatize a child, please. I guess so, yeah.
There was a picture with her letter too.
A picture?
Of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually, a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time... Pretty weird, huh?
Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
Huh. Someone knew about this plan before. Someone good or someone bad?
That sure is pretty strange.
Someone had opened it already. Order from Morgan Fay, opened once before. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us.
Actually, I'm pretty sure she's watching from under us, but you believe what you want to believe, Pearly.
So I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright.
Yeah. Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? On one hand, Phoenix should probably explain what's going on. But at the same time, I don't think that's a good idea because poor innocent child, that would ruin her, that would ruin the image she has of her mother. And it would probably traumatize her, so don't say anything, Phoenix, at least not yet. Maybe when she grows up a little bit. Ha. Oh, ha. It's been a while since you've been on screen. Finally figured it out, have you tried? You finally realize how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot! The entrance of the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. Don't say that in front of the poor little kid. What? You don't know what you're talking about? How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Wright. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Dude, stop projecting, please. Two sisters, caught up in the worst circumstances. I realized that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. Huh. Why did I just say it right? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow, once and for all.
Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true?
About Maya... just have hope, Pearl. Just have hope. It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child, my Pearl. I hate you so much. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the Mem family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the Master Seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. I hate you so much. I'm so glad you're getting executed. Oh man. Freaking Godot's projecting. And poor Pearly. I feel bad. I feel bad. We need to find Maya. And Phoenix shouldn't tell her that you shouldn't tell Pearl what she was doing. Maybe he should wait a little bit more. Maybe wait until she's, I don't know, 16 or something. Anyway, I'm gonna stop recording now. I hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.